When my wife packed her bags for a trip with a man she called her work husband, I laid out divorce papers. I never imagined I'd be telling this kind of story, yet here I am. We had been married for 11 years. We first met in college, where she made me feel like I was the only man in her universe. She was witty, driven, and always said I was her best friend. Together we built a home and a life, and I truly believed our foundation was unshakable. About 4 years ago, she landed a position at a major marketing firm. It was a big leap in her career and I was proud of her. She moved up quickly, and that was when she crossed paths with him. At the start, he was just a name she casually mentioned. Then his name started appearing more often in our conversations. Soon she began calling him her work husband. I laughed at first, assuming it was just harmless office banter, but the joke started to sting. Her phone became her constant companion. She would smile at her screen and then hurriedly put it down whenever I glanced over. Late nights at the office grew more frequent. Whenever I asked, she brushed off my concerns. One evening, I saw a photo from a happy hour where his arm was draped over her shoulders. She told me it was meaningless, but the unease in my chest refused to fade. When I confronted her directly, asking if there was more going on, she laughed at me. She accused me of being jealous and insecure. She claimed every woman in her office had a work husband, and that it was completely normal. I wanted to believe her, so I swallowed my doubts. But deep down, I knew something had shifted. Then came last month. She announced she had to attend a mandatory work conference. Later, I overheard her on the phone with a friend, saying how excited she was to be traveling with him. Not with her team, just him. That's when the last of my denial crumbled. When she started packing her suitcase, I asked if he was going too. She rolled her eyes and replied, "Of course." I asked if anyone else from the office would be there. She hesitated before claiming yes, but I could see the lie in her face. She told me I was being paranoid and should simply support her. Watching her carefully fold dresses she had never worn for me, and lingerie I knew wasn't meant for me, something inside me finally snapped. What she didn't know was that I had already consulted a lawyer 2 weeks earlier. The divorce papers had been waiting in my desk drawer. I just hadn't been brave enough to use them, until that night. As she packed, I pulled them out and placed them on the bed beside her open suitcase. Her face drained of color when she realized what they were. I told her I wouldn't stop her from leaving for her trip, but when she returned, she wouldn't be coming back to me. I explained that I had already signed them. She tried to minimize everything, insisting I was overreacting. She claimed it was all in my head, that I was destroying our marriage over nothing. But I stayed composed. I told her I had been waiting for years while she shared herself with someone else, and I couldn't wait any longer. She never went on that trip. Instead, she stayed home and cried. She pleaded for another chance, swore nothing physical had ever happened, and that it was all just a joke. But whether or not she told the truth no longer mattered. She had already chosen him over me in every way that truly counted. Now we live apart. She's staying with her sister, and I remain in the house. Some days I feel like I can finally breathe again. Other days, the grief hits hard, because the woman I once adored turned out to be a stranger. She still insists she wants to repair things, but I don't believe I can ever go back. What cuts deepest isn't just the betrayal, it's the way she made me feel small. She laughed at my pain, dismissed my suspicions, and made me question my own reality. I still miss the woman I thought she was, but I know she no longer exists. For the first time in years, I stood up for myself. I drew a line. I don't know exactly what my future holds, but I do know I deserve more than being an afterthought in my own marriage. When she packed her suitcase for him, I finally packed the courage to let her go. If this story reached your heart, please like, share your thoughts in the comments, hit the bell icon, and don't forget to subscribe for the next one.